Not yet.
Tell me
Now
when.
it says.
Now.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to another podcast. This is episode 35. What up? My name is Steven. I am the social media guy behind the accounts.
I am Joshua Matthew, founder and creator of ToonamiSquad.com.
Sam. Sam 2, more like it. Graphic designer for Toonami Squad.
I'm Sam One. I write for Toonami Squad.
I'm Phantom, and I'm in charge of the Toonami Squad Gaming Zone.
And
That's
with
right.
us here today, we have a very special guest.
I'm special.
Yeah, you're special. You're a special
All
guest.
right. So it's Caboose Jr. I've escaped from Paul's basement. So
Yes, free caboose from Paul's basement.
Yes, we have give Caboose here, Toonami veteran.
here I am.
All right. So, shall we get started?
Yes.
See,
All right. So, it's been a while since we've done a podcast. I forgive you. Forgive us.
Last
A
one
lot of
was in
stuff has
October.
happened.
yeah, last one
It's
for
the
the year.
holiday
Hey,
season.
at least it
We're
didn't take
busy.
I mean,
Sure.
when are we actually consistent with the podcast?
Like never.
Yeah.
I mean, we did take a 6-month gap. Ugh.
I'm sorry
yeah.
Dragon Quest came out.
All right.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So, in that gap, we released, a few interviews, like 5. We got some more coming up. You'll hopefully soon see my work from Anime NYC. So, yeah. A little thing happens during this gap. I don't know. Maybe major, maybe not. This little thing called the Forge happens.
I was going to say the Game of the Year Awards, but I think
No,
the fourth more talking about than the Game Awards.
I don't know, 20 minutes, 20-something minutes combined felt better than a whole 3.5-hour show.
It was 22 minutes total.
22.
It's basically a TV show episode.
Yep.
Pretty much. Yeah, so the Forge happened. Toonami, total immersion events. Over 6 weeks, major changes happened to the block. We got a new Tom.
And a new space station.
Hooray.
With 2 new arms.
Can't
Yes.
kick.
So,
I just. Oh,
yes.
I don't know.
All right, so over the 6 week period, what are you guys' thoughts on the Forge and what happened?
Well, I'm finally glad we got a new Tom. That's been overdue.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
This is are we talking about the event as a whole? Because I actually really like this one. They took some time off from the last one. I forgot the last one's name.
Countdown.
Yeah, Countdown.
Which we could all say that's filler.
It felt inconsequential. This one actually felt like they took some time off to realize what they wanted to do, because I think pumping these out yearly did not turn out great results. So I'm glad they did that, because this actually was a pretty good total immersion event.
I'm just glad it was more than 4 parts.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was dead. I do want to say that I freaking love that new look. Like when the Facebook leaked the marathon promo before episode 6, and I saw that I freaking just when I saw that new logo and how they were transitioning, I was like, oh my god,
Yeah, someone's
it
getting
was like
fired.
this. It's so much better than the last one.
Yeah, I really love the new graphics and look that they have now. It's really cool looking.
Yeah. Also, I nominate Booger for 2020.
Did
So,
he
yeah,
actually have? Did he actually have a name?
Not
No.
really.
It was, let's just say it was Booger. But it was cool
Okay.
to have somewhat of a Spike and Jet reunion in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember at MomoCon when they said he was voiced by Bo Billingsley, and Steve Bloom was like, "Oh, Jet and I back in space like old times." And yeah,
All right, about the events that happened, like actually in the Forge, like multiple times.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is this like a soft reboot of Tom's origins?
Yeah. They pretty much retconned the Swarm, the comic.
Hmm.
Something you want to say about that, Caboose?
Yeah, yeah, that really got under my skin for a bit.
Go off, go off.
Go on.
Yeah.
No, I already did.
Are you
With that
sure?
piece. No, I definitely, said my piece with Jason, and he he responded, accordingly, which was interesting because I don't know. Usually, whenever I try to get a conversation with him, usually it's just no response. But maybe I should start to throw him under the bus more often. It's usually
Ooh.
a good way to get a response.
Yeah, I haven't really read any of the comics, but like I knew one of them explained his origins.
Yep, and that was the one that they decided to. Nah,
Yeah. Um, but anyone else thought for a moment that by Slither that we were probably just gonna get like a ship of like new Toms hosting the show?
Yeah.
That'd have been
Yeah, for a
unique.
brief moment, I thought like we could get like multiple Toms. Like, nah, it's gonna be Tom 6.
That would have been a lot to animate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there was a possibility of the multiple Toms coming, like the new Clydes,
Yeah.
but as we all know, that didn't happen.
I actually hope they build new Clydes.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah,
I could see them doing that at some point. I mean, you don't want to like go guns blazing right off the bat like that.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
No, no.
whenever they went to Shogo, they didn't immediately get the Clydes until like, I
Probably
want to
a
say
few
like a
months.
little bit, yeah, a couple months before Intruder 3.
Yeah, probably something like that actually, because they were around during the 2017 and 2018 bombs.
We
So
had those Clydes we got when Xbox did a sponsorship and then they disappeared.
yeah, they didn't really like the design on that, I think.
Yeah.
So they scrapped them and they kind of rebooted the designs. Like Caboose said with when they were on Shogo. But hopefully they do find a design for this new look that they're happy with. So hopefully that happens at some point in the future.
all right. So yeah, basically the Toms took over the Vindication, and now Tom 6 and Sarah are basically stranded on the Forge.
Yeah.
Or at least when they change it.
And Boo's
Um,
out there
one-
somewhere.
One thing I'm curious on is because back in the Vindication, whenever they did the game reviews, he was in like another part of the ship. So I'm wondering if they do game reviews, how is that? Like, is he just going to review it like right there in the cockpit, or is there going to be like another section of the Forge?
So at the moment, it might just be at the cockpit, like where they're like at the bridge right now. I imagine they might build a new room just for game reviews and whatnot. Microsoft, please give money. Hello. again. Because whenever they were doing the things on the Vindication, that room was reused from Countdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It
I don't
doesn't.
know.
It won't surprise me if they just do that. Like they make some type of room for that specific thing. But for right now, they'll just go with what they've been doing before, where they just
Oh yeah,
do the game in the
Yeah.
cockpit area, and just do it that way for a while until they have the assets needed to build a new area.
And and crap, I forgot what I was gonna say. I guess hopefully Georgia finds a new home or finds a home. Finds a new home.
Yeah, the worm is no
I
longer with them.
I want to say Georgia really got the you know
Short end of the stick.
short end of the stick. Yeah, that's I feel so bad.
Yeah, they haven't really used her all that much. You saw her in like a few shots, but she
Yeah,
really wasn't in there
Yeah.
for
At
long.
times, I
Eh,
sort of forgot about Georgia, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's Georgia.
Yeah.
And then she's like in episode one. I never mentioned this. When episode one happened, and Sarah tells Georgia to go back in the ship. For like a brief moment, I was thinking, is there gonna be like a later episode, like in a later episode or something, would say like she grows probably to like full size and like saves Tom from something or whatever. I don't know. Like say he's about to get
uh,
shot and I don't know. I don't know. It was just like something I was thinking of. That was like say it during the event, like she ends up growing like more
that would
and
be some interesting timing because that would that would show that a lot of time has passed with the event. But eh, considering how small she was during Countdown and to how she is now, she definitely didn't grow that much. But it's
Yeah.
yeah,
eh,
Yeah.
eh,
Eh. Oh
eh.
well. You will be missed, Georgia.
oh yeah,
Made in Georgia.
But going back onto the new look though, I like freaking yet again like Jesus.
Yeah, that was
I
actually my next topic about the Forge, and why not talk about it now? The new look, the new
Before we,
brands.
before we, well, I was gonna say, what do you guys think about how they did with the bumps for each episode and progressing to the new look?
Yeah, I have thoughts about that.
I'm disappointed.
It was not good.
It was
what
No.
bad.
what was the question? I was a little bit
It
hard
was
for
a
me to hear.
Like
it was
How
about
do
the
you,
basically
bumps,
the
what do
Forge
you,
branding.
Oh,
The bumps.
the
what do you,
bumps during the event.
what do you think
oh,
of the
okay.
bumps
Yeah,
and going through each episode and then progressing to the new look?
Gotcha. Um, yeah, I mean they're a little bit underwhelming for my tastes. Considering that we've been so accustomed to like these fancy graphics packages going along with the Forge, um, and this was just more of like a palette swap,
Yeah.
and some they just chose to make the bumpers glitchy during episode 5. So
I, I,
Uh,
I
They
fully
changed the
don't understand.
music during like the during 1 week for like the Food Wars marathon,
yeah, because
but
that
it's
kind of made
like
sense.
I'm
but
not
but
completely sure the reason for the bumps going glitchy, other than I'm assuming, I guess, because of
Probably
Saturn
because the vindication
transferring
was going
everything.
away.
no, it was just to piss off Silver.
Oh yeah, I wanted to mention it was like F for Silver because his plan originally was like to make the small like promos that
Yeah,
for the Twitter
so
account.
if
But
you
his
He
later
saw
bump,
if you guys saw our Twitter, instead of doing thumbs for the Forge, Silver decided to do videos. The
bumps pretty
original
much.
plan was to glitch them out as the weeks gone by, and that didn't happen
until
until
and
like
the
the
very
last
end.
week.
Yeah. His later
after
bump,
he
his
after
later
he
bump,
deleted them.
When did he delete them?
I have no
Like
idea, but
week
I remember
after
that.
week two.
I remember like after the week 5 bumps came, he was so angry. He was like, "So after I delete all those bumps, now they break the podcast,
Well,
break the broadcast."
anyway, I don't know if you guys saw his later bump, but his later bump was pretty much spot on to what the
That
weekly
almost gave me a
did.
Oh, it's
seizure.
perfect.
Yeah.
It
Oh yeah.
almost gave me a seizure.
As I was trying to say before Sam Chu interrupted me, I'm assuming the only reason why it did glitch was because probably Sarah was in the process of transferring everything from the Vindication to the Forge. That's the only thing I could think of.
Probably.
I still like
Yeah.
it. It gives me like kind of like a somewhat 80s cyberpunk type vibe.
Oh
Kind of
yeah,
cool.
definitely cyberpunk.
Oh,
I
the
And then
really
villain.
like
love it.
what really got me was like the sound effect that makes when they say when they give you the warning bumper, like oh like not suitable. Like I heard that sound. I was that sounded clean. I don't know.
Um,
Freaking
yeah.
And I believe Sarah said there's a copy of her on the Vindication with the other time, so that's interesting.
oh yeah, like wasn't the thing was that Sarah said she couldn't leave the Vindication,
I think she probably backed up a copy of herself onto the Forge.
So
or
she hacked
like that she was
into.
Yeah,
projecting herself on the Tom.
yeah. Let's just go with that. They've, it's there's a lot of like
Plot holes.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's so you really you just go with it. You know,
Yeah.
you just like, oh, Sarah can make all those ships blow up somehow. Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
What?
I was
That's
like,
cool.
I
You
was.
know, that's great. You do
Does
you.
Does anybody
Uh,
know what she said when they blew up? Because I didn't really understand what she
it
said.
literally sounded like some sort of satanic ritual.
I wonder
No,
what happened.
it was the you are already dead meme from Fist of the North Star.
Uh,
Ah,
That's
Ah.
that's that's
Oh,
that's
okay.
exactly what you said.
okay. Now
Oh
I just
wow.
okay. Now that you said that, I want someone to edit that scene and add the sound effect
You
that
know,
makes.
I can do that.
Well, Steven,
Why
go ahead
haven't
and
you
do that
done
then.
it?
Sliver said he was
Uh,
deleting the bulbs because he was cleaning up the space on the hard drive. Don't got an infinite amount of hard drive on his laptop.
But in terms of the rebrand, um, gorgeous and and I'll just in case anyone's wondering, I already said this on Twitter, but uh, me rebranding the Toonami Squad Twitter is going to be a bit. There's a lot of stuff happening right now, but probably sometime in January I'll get to it. It's been a painful month for me, personal wise, being honest, but I'll get to that. So
Yeah.
Yes, so
just
don't worry. Don't
just
worry. The
bear.
rebrand is coming. It's just going to take some time.
But
So, I believe there's a planet below the forge. I wonder if that's going to come into play in the future. Like if they're going to go down there and explore it or something.
I mean, they've had planets in the backgrounds before.
True.
I mean, there's a planet in the background of the forge now.
Right,
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. They've had it in the
but
past. They've
Yeah.
never really done anything with that.
Yeah, but like I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe.
the only thing I can think of, I mean, the only time that they've ever done anything with a planet nearby is during back in '04 when they just had a lot of the packaging based off of like, I guess, grabbing data and resources from that planet, and just running amok with the wildlife, which was, you know, really, it. I still think that CG still holds up today. It's
Yeah.
still beautiful.
It's still great.
Well,
wanted to say something and I forgot. Oh yeah. Did they say that after the Forge that they probably won't be doing another tie for a very long time?
I think
Yes.
they
yeah,
did.
they
Yeah.
yeah they said that.
Oh yeah, it's
I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, they got freaking Blade Runner coming soon.
They have
Yeah.
a bunch of
And
original projects. These things
Iwasaki.
take a lot of time and effort
Yeah.
to do.
I mean, Uzumaki. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, like it also like takes time to like craft the story, and like for Tom and that. So you don't want to like repeat the same stuff.
Which is probably why they
Right.
stopped doing these yearly. So
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think of Tom Six look?
I like it.
Okay,
It's
I
like
got thrown
Yeah.
off by how big the visor is.
I
It's
was
like if
just
you
about
mix-
to say that.
it's
Like
like
it took me for a
Yeah.
minute to get used to it.
it's like if you
That's
mix Tom
probably-
3 and Tom 5 together, and you get
it's
this design.
Something to get used to.
it's a bit jarring because I would say this is the first time that we've had a Tom that's just really similar to the previous incarnation.
Mm,
Because like going from Tom 1 to Tom 2 was
Yeah, that
a
was
huge
drastic.
jump. Tom 2 to Tom 3, that was also drastic.
The one we don't speak
Tom
about.
4, hey,
Four had
hi,
eyes.
hello, I got a face.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yes.
And then you have Tom 5, who was definitely original. I mean, size constraint wise, he was definitely around the same size as Tom 2, around there. But then you had his like arms that they're like very reminiscent to Big O.
Yeah.
And Tom 6, like it's basically kind of like the same shell and design, but like with a different visor, like a different head. But it's I overall think it's a great great design.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm.
Very
Yeah.
nice and shiny.
Yeah, the visor is definitely going to get some getting used to. I definitely think it's something we can get used to. I mean, we're not used to
I've already
seeing
gotten
like
used to it, to
yeah.
be honest.
we're not used to seeing such a big visor on Tom.
Right.
Let's go on with the iPad Pro model.
Tom 6 Plus Pro.
Tom 6 Max Pro with
Just
like
throw
3 cameras in like the
Just
back
throw
of
all
his
of the
helmet.
Apple, whatever the heck's in there.
Tom 6 Plus.
Tom 6 Plus.
Tom 6 Plus Pro Max. There you go.
I mean, it took me a couple minutes to get used to Tom 5 from going from Tom 3. So I was just a bit,
Speaking of that, is Tom 3.5 still out there, or did he actually become
Yes.
Tom 5?
He's still out there, according to Jason. Whenever I send some questions over,
So, well, we have
Silver says Tom 6 XR Max Plus.
Oh, we ever gonna get a story for that?
I still want a story for Tom 5's origins
Yeah.
Which
because we never got that.
we were supposed to get that, and then they canceled that.
We were
Wait,
supposed
what?
to get a comic,
Yeah.
and how where you go from Tom 3.5 to Tom 5, and
How
plans just
Sarah-
don't want to pan out, I guess, and
Yeah.
whatever.
So as of right now, we got Tom 3.5, Tom 6, the Tom Juniors, and if you want to count Tom 5 in the alternate timeline, still out there in the universe. So it's 4
Space.
times.
I have a
Now
feeling
getting
that
into,
that's
like,
gonna go
Marvel
nowhere.
Cinematic Universe territories of big.
Yeah. So we have
Well, technically, Tom 5's body is still in the Forge.
They'll probably use it for scraps somewhere.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just gets
Probably.
swept off. Someone's just sweeping a broom, and there he goes.
One
They'll
of the
just,
Clydes
they'll just
they end up
repurpose them as a
building just
quad
sweeps
or
it up.
something.
we still technically
Oh, that's a bit
have
morbid.
We still technically had three different incarnations
Amusing.
of time out there. I also like to get a origin story of how we got Sarah back and what happened to her.
I mean,
I just get the feeling that maybe Tom
I don't
5
think we're.
reprogrammed her in 2013. That's my theory.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we never really got a origin story on how OG Sarah came to be. She just
True.
was
True.
there whenever the first intruder happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be the same Sarah too, because
It is.
like
It should be, because how is she supposed to remember about the original intruder?
Right.
yeah.
Silver
But
said he slipped on a Mountain Dew can, woke up in a new body, shit with a new sour, and that's how Time 5 came to be.
There you go. There it is. That's the origin story. It's a wrap. We can go. We can all go home now.
uh, but another thing I wanted, like, where do you rank this new Toonami look based off the others?
Oh,
You're
the
talking
brands.
just like
Yeah,
Adult Swim
like
Toonami or like all Toonami? CN,
Adult
Adult
Swim.
Swim.
Yeah, because if we involve CN, that's a long list.
Yeah, it's gonna
I'd
take.
say Adult Swim for now.
Yeah.
Then
I
Let's
would
just go with
say
Adult Swim.
this one right now is my favorite. And my second one would be the 2017 look, and the third would be the 2013 look.
Yeah, I agree with that, Sid.
Yeah.
yeah. You're not even wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
my
Like
least favorite. My least favorite was Shogo.
I'm gonna come over there and
Uh-oh.
do something.
Oh,
I don't care for that
okay.
take.
I
I.
I am sorry,
All right.
but like I just thought of Toonami as something in like in space, and like when I saw them just chilling on a planet for like a good year, I don't. It just made me no lie. It made me think of Tom 4 era type,
Well,
like
this
when they were
was,
I
chilling on the
love
planet.
that
I
look.
can see that, but
but
I
this was better
Oh,
handled
that
than
was one of
Time
the.
4.
Hold on. That was the brand with the flag, right?
Yes.
Sam too. I will fight you. I love that look.
Okay. I'm not saying that that's the worst. I'm not saying that's the worst. I was just saying that it's just like least favorite. Or actually, no. Actually, I'll put that second to last. The last one being the 2013 look.
Wow. Okay.
really.
But
Huh.
I don't know. Like I have to give this more thought because I'm just saying this right now, and like
That's fair.
you're
It's
the
all
one who
right.
asked the question in the first place.
okay, well I don't know. This just kind of spiraled out of control.
I mean, it's a good
Well,
question.
well, which one in 2013? Because you still had the OG
Yeah, the
Well,
look,
there's also
but it was blue,
wasn't
and
it the
then you
Uh,
had the new graphics with Tom 5 back in 2013,
That is true.
back in
if I'm going
March.
with that, it would be the Tom 5 look. Because
yeah,
I
I was
really
gonna
like
say
that rebranding. I kind of more associate that old one with the 2012 look when they rebooted.
That's fair.
I was gonna say I have a soft spot for the 2012 for
I'm
the
sure everybody
2012 look.
does, because it's absolutely nostalgic. Because
Like
you think of Toonami, you think of Tom 3, you think of the Saturday nights. That's what a lot of people remember. And I mean, that's kind of that's where they went with April Fools. So you just
yeah,
automatically make that connection, and it was I still love it.
like when they ran the poll for what look do they want to bring do we want to bring back for the 20th anniversary? Obviously, like the pipes one, but when I voted for the for the 20 for the other one, the y'all know what I'm saying.
The gothic,
That
the gothic look, or
no, not the Gothic, the 2004-12 one.
forgot what the one
Yeah,
that
I
one.
I was definitely not for that one just because we already had it in HD. Give me Gothic. Let's go.
Maybe for the 30th.
I was gonna
Or the
say, what if
20
they
or
do
the
it again?
25th or
Ooh,
the
let's
25th.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Still got 2 years.
I was thinking though, like, what would have it looked like if they brought back the original '97 look? Like,
You
how would
know,
that look like?
It looks
the
Like with
25th is
weird.
coming up soon
so
in like a few years. Maybe they do that for the 25th.
Like, say they say that look wonderful. Like, how would that look?
You have Tom dress up as Moltar.
no, I would say hmm, I would definitely say they would go with the bubble letters. I don't know if they would make them 3D, but like with the text, well, for like the different show logos, they had like different 3D logos back in the day.
Hmm.
Um, during that era, and then in '98, I think, or '99, that's when they went with uh, a more streamlined look with like the blocky text.
Yeah, it's just a lot
But
to think about.
it is, it is. Would have been
So,
interesting for sure, but obviously Pipes won, so you know.
yeah.
I mean, being honest, like that was like the most nostalgic to like even though the other looks
Probably.
have their perks, like everyone remembers the pipe era.
So since we're on this topic, what are everyone's favorite incarnation of Tom and favorite ship?
Hmm.
Ooh, I would say my favorite is still Tom 3. I like that design and I like that era.
Amen.
3 or 3.5?
Aren't they practically the same thing?
True.
Battle
But
damage
yeah,
on 5 is still my favorite.
Semantics.
I agree with that. So I assume you like the Absolution from that time as well?
Yeah, I actually do. Although I
Yeah,
like
me
the
too.
Absolution from with Tom 5 when they had that. Um, I actually hope they do bring back the Absolution or give him another ship at some point in the future. But oh well.
Get a familiar design.
But my second favorite look for Toonami, for Tom specifically, if I were to do like a list, I think first would be Tom 3, and then I would probably go with Tom 2, and then I would go with this new look, Tom 6, and then Tom 5.
Pre battle damage or post battle damage?
Pre. I didn't really care for the battle damage Tom.
Yeah, me either.
It looked cool, but
I like them.
it's
They
okay, I
they
guess.
um Hinge did post some, concept art of battle damage Tom, and I mean there were some different, different designs that were a bit, a bit different. But there was one where you can actually see his, I guess you can see an eye behind the visor, which
Oh,
would have probably been a little bit jarring to some viewers, just kind of scary looking. It was
yeah.
it's
That's
interesting.
probably a good call that they didn't do that.
Yeah. Did anyone pick up on any references of the Forge?
I have to rewatch to see if there was any.
The part where Tom Six's body was getting made was a throwback to the Terminator 2 teaser trailer.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, I can send you the link so you can see.
I'll probably check that out later.
Yeah.
I did not get that reference. I'm sure they
Tom
had a
Prime.
few others, but I don't pay close attention to that on my first viewing.
And there was
Did
Tom Prime, Optimus Prime.
everyone who's your favorite Prime?
I think we're getting
Okay,
off
well,
topic.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say we've been on this for too long.
Yeah. So, any final thoughts on the Forge, the new brand, the new Toms, yada yada yada? You know.
Good stuff.
Vote Tom 2020.
Indeed.
Truly the only presidential candidate I'll vote for.
Yeah, I like the new look. You know, I'm a sucker for it. I'm down.
I mean, it's the,
I would definitely say it's definitely better than the previous one because it was. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
don't get me wrong, Spilt did a great job with it, but I think this one's really good.
Yeah, I think they knocked it out of the park with this one. Like, it's really, really good.
Yeah, and I do have one more question. Out of all the total immersion events so far that's happened, where would you rate this one?
Adult Swim or CNN Adult Swim?
Either or.
I
I'd
think
say number 2.
Intruder
Yeah,
2.
I'd say number two as
Yeah,
Yeah,
well.
Intruder
in
2 is still one.
adults, yeah, for the Adult Swim era, I definitely put this at number 2 below Intruder 2.
I agree.
yeah.
I
I
didn't feel like probably for me like Intruder 2, Forge, and probably gonna get some hot, probably gonna get some people for this countdown. I don't know. Intruder 3, like I didn't really feel was the best.
I would say Countdown. This is my least favorite out of all the
Yeah.
total immersion events at this moment in time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Countdown,
Yeah.
I'm
Countdown.
not gonna lie, I sort of forgot about Countdown.
The graphic designs was about the only thing I say that was good about it. Other than that, it wasn't that good.
Yeah, it's kind
Yeah,
of
everyone got
disappointing.
excited. Everyone got excited when you see the Toonami warning screen. It actually looks something different. And then as soon as the bumps hit, it's just a freaking palette swap, and it's like, oh,
Eh,
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just go with that space. Like I don't see why they didn't go with the that theme for it as well. But oh well. But
anyway.
yeah, I would have to rank this. I want to say either 2 or 3. Number one, definitely Intruder One is definitely going to be my favorite of all time.
okay, I'm not gonna lie, that is actually a really badass and cool looking design.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
noticed you were
beat up Tom
screen
5.
sharing. I just noticed you were screen sharing that, my bad. I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
see it.
Oh, I'm just looking at this right now.
Yeah, I just added it to the stream. I didn't realize
oh
you were
yeah.
screen sharing.
I mean, if you ever get a chance, like look up uh, the stuff on Hinge. Like I love that when they they post a lot of concept art.
Yeah. Did you guys see what the concept of what Tom Ford was actually originally supposed to look like?
I saw that
Can we
on like
not?
Tumblr a few years
No,
ago when they
we're
had
talking
that
about
Tumblr account
yeah,
active.
Believe it
yeah.
or not, I actually have not.
It wasn't actually supposed to be like a face. It was supposed to be like electric, like sort of like building the face, but it was still robot-like. So
Yeah,
it's looked a lot cooler than the actual Tom Ford that we got.
he would have been a lot taller.
Thomas.
Oh yeah, that.
Oh well.
All right, well, I guess we should move on to the next topic.
Sure.
What's the next topic?
So, as it is December, that means, another year has passed, of Toonami, as we have 2 marathons coming up. So, what I want to do is sort of take a look back of what's happened in this past year, 2019. Bunch of new shows, a big time long runner ending.
Um,
We're just talking about Toonami this year.
Pretty much. before we get into the decade, let's get into this year. So, like, we had shows like The Promised Neverland, Dr. Stone,
I think
and
Food Wars.
Food
think-
Wars, which is a big surprise. And of course,
Fully.
Hunter x Hunter ended.
I think
Ow.
this year was a pretty
Oh,
big
when
year
did we
for
have
Toonami.
those little bump thingies? I never noticed
That's
that.
new.
Oh, that is new.
That's
We're getting fancy here.
We couldn't
Upped
do
our
this on
production.
Hangouts.
Yeah.
Rip the Hangouts.
How much did we have to pay for that?
1 penny.
Well,
That
whoever
probably
owes that
YouTube
penny
standards.
ain't
It's
me.
probably 40,000.
But I think this year, if we're talking about Toonami as a whole this year, I think they did really great. I really like the choices of shows that they got and how fast they got them. Because I think my problem with Toonami the last couple of years is that they've been getting shows very late, and the problem is some of those shows that they got late are late to the party for them, and that they kind of became irrelevant when they started airing on the block. But this year, they kind of, I think either A, they realized that they can't really rely on those really popular shows to be there all the time. So they were like, okay, well, we'll get these shows as soon as we can, which I liked. I liked a lot because they ended up getting a lot of really popular shows, but they ended up getting shows that were still currently airing. So it's really good.
It's hard to narrow down like the what was the favorite show this year. I don't know. I got to think about this.
Yeah, I'd say definitely, probably the biggest event besides the Forge, or at least one of the biggest events that happened this year to Toonami was Hunter x Hunter ending. I mean,
I was
that's
gonna say Fooly Cooley, but okay.
Wasn't that last
That was
year?
last-
Yeah, that was 18, 2018.
Yeah.
Oh
That was
wait.
last year. Wait a minute, that was last year.
Did we like go back in time for a second?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's 12:35 in the
my-
morning,
my-
East Coast
my-
time.
My brain is fried.
But
So yeah, Hunter x Hunter, 3-year run came to an end. I mean, Twitter even created a moment for its ending on Toonami.
Yep.
That was wild.
and Joe's probably gonna kill me, but I didn't like finish watching that show, so oh well.
Rip.
R.I.P. Hunter x Hunter, you lasted 3 years, and I got like 20 some episodes into you.
Dark Continent arc when Togashi stops playing Dragon Quest.
I don't even know if he's actually past that arc.
I don't
But-
even know. I haven't read the manga.
I have not. Probably should get around to that, but either way, a lot of long orders actually ended this year. Dragon Ball Super came to a close this year.
That's right.
I
Yep.
still and I know Silver's probably sick to death of me saying this, but and I know everyone's already seen it, but for the love of God, those edits near the end of the shows, especially during the last fight, which was nothing but like high-paced action, just made me a little sad.
And all those videos Steven made for Super.
I made all those videos for nothing.
Yeah. The highlight of 2019 for us was losing our Twitter account. Thanks a lot, Twitter.
Thanks, Twitter.
This
You're
website's
banned. Why?
stupid.
Because I said so.
That's pretty much what happened.
Yep. No reason or nothing given.
Literally close to 10K too.
When we were at 10K.
No, we were
Well-
we were close, and then
We were at 9K.
you know,
I think Phantom
Uh,
left.
yeah, he did.
It
Yeah.
still says he's here
That's
though.
unfortunate.
I'm gonna leave now. I took some allergy medicines. I'm like drained right now.
Hey, Silver, if you're watching this, if Phantom's gone, there's an open
get on.
spot.
Anyways, I'm getting off. See you guys later.
Have a nice
Good
night.
Phantom.
Yep.
Silver says, "Stop whining about it." Stop
Yeah,
whining about what, Silver?
Oh no! Oh, you know. He knows. He knows.
The videos and the Twitter account.
No. My problem with the super edits
That
because
part.
I've said that like so many times and Silver gets
Yeah.
like mad every time I say it, and I'm just like,
You would say it every Saturday night.
because it's like, look at this moment where like Ultra Instinct Goku pummels Jiren into a pulp. And then, like during that moment where they're getting all flippy and everything, and it's all super smooth in the simulcast, the freaking TV version's like a 2 second slideshow. That's just like, okay, I'm gonna stop because I know Silver's, and all y'all probably. It's just like ugh. Well, luckily, like the streaming sites have them up alongside the home releases, and I'm going to wait to see. Most likely, Funimation will probably put out like a full, like whole super collection, and I'm waiting to see how much that's going to be.
A lot.
Probably a lot, yeah. I mean, like the whole Dragon Ball Z collection's like freaking $400 Blu-ray, I think.
Still not worth it.
No. I'm not even talking about the new one. I'm just talking about the original Blu-rays. And yeah, that new one is not worth it. Also, it's crap.
Um,
All right. So anyway, any other highlights of 2019? Caboose, what are some of your highlights?
Ooh. Well, the Forge, obviously, yeah. That's easy mode. Let's see. I want to say Genlock. That was a big surprise for me.
Forgot about Genlock. Thank you for reminding me.
that was a weird pickup.
Yeah, Roost.
It was
Yeah.
That
The
was
Rooster Teeth.
shocker.
corporate synergy for the win.
Oh, for sure. Heck yeah.
Has
Um,
Rooster Teeth, like any Rooster Teeth production, been on TV before?
Has it?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. That might have been the first.
Thought at some point maybe G4 ran some weird red versus blue promos at some point, but maybe
yeah.
something else. But it might have been something that aired on G4 at some point.
I mean, like it was also like probably the first like American-made show in a while that Toonami's had. I think the last was Samurai Jack.
Yep.
Yeah, the last was Samurai Jack. The last.
It'd be really nice if Warner could, hook up Toonami with some DC shows. That'd be pretty nice.
Hey guys, us at TBS here are gonna give you an exclusive first look at the first episode of Harley Quinn.
I don't understand Warner sometimes, but oh well.
What are you gonna do? Boss, still there?
He died.
R.I.P.
Yeah, Promised Neverland airing. That was nice.
Oh yeah, ironically,
Love that aired. Love that it aired.
Oh yeah,
I-
I can't
I-
wait
yeah,
till
like-
we get more. It's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
like when we got the initial announcement that Promise Neverland was coming on, I was so happy.
And ironically, I think literally tonight they just announced like season 2.
They
'Cause I
did.
think
Yeah, season 2 is October, and man, oh man, the next arc.
I know. October 2020, yeah, I think I'm gonna read the manga. I can't wait. I'm
I think
impatient.
I am too. Yeah.
I'm impatient.
You're in for a wild ride. That's all I will say.
I mean, that happened to me with Attack on Titan. I got impatient, got hooked to the manga. Oh, it's gonna happen to me with Promise Neverland. I guarantee it.
I waited for like as long as possible until season 2 came out. I waited all those years for it.
Rip.
Funny thing is that I was barely spoiled on it. I knew bits and pieces of Titan. but I didn't realize the full secret in the basement. I knew a little bit about it, but I didn't know
Oh
the
yeah.
entire thing. So that was a big surprise for me.
Oh,
think-
there are so many surprises you guys are in for. I just read the latest chapter yesterday.
Oh man, the
Oh,
final season's
boy.
gonna be crazy.
Oh, it absolutely is. Y'all, you guys are not ready for what's about to happen in the final season.
How did we get on Attack on Titan?
Oh, we were
I mean,
talking about
it
the
did
Promised
air.
Neverland. Yeah, which I think was my favorite from like one of my favorite show pickups. But that's like true of any year. Whenever Titan comes back, it's like, oh, Attack on Titan's back on Toonami. Cool. I like that
One
show.
of one of my favorite show pickups is Megalobox, and I know that's cheating, but that was like in December of last year.
Yeah, it was a late 2018 pickup that carried over to 2019. So yeah, it counts.
Trying to think what else. Doctor Stone, I'm liking.
Oh,
Genlock was a surprise. Um,
for like new pickups this year of new shows, I have to say Doctor Stone is my favorite.
I would have to say the Promised Neverland.
Sword
Yeah.
Art Online, anyone?
Believe it or not,
Sure.
I actually really liked Alicization, the Alicization arc. I enjoyed it all the way through. Believe it or not, it was actually a pretty entertaining arc.
Yeah, as much as I crap on it, it was one of the better arcs.
But yeah, in terms of new show pickups, Doctor Stone was it for me. I think in terms of disappointments, I still haven't finished The Promised Neverland, but I watched like 3 episodes of that and I was like,
Yeah, you
no.
start reading the
But-
manga for that again.
But that's coming from somebody who's also read the manga and loves the manga a lot. So
Someone commented, "Doctor Stone is not Doctor Strange stoned. 0 out of 10, worst anime ever."
there's no weed in the show. 0 out of 10.
Yeah.
But anything
Yeah.
else from you, Steven? What about you, Steven?
I'd say Doctor Stone's probably been one of my favorite, non-sequel shows to come to the block this year. When it comes to putting the sequels in, probably Attack on Titan because I'm an Attack on Titan nut. Yeah, I'm glad we got My Hero Academia on time this year instead of waiting like 2 or 3 years to get it.
2 more years of super reruns, and then we're getting My Hero Academia.
Yeah. Oh, that was absolutely what I was expecting. Not gonna lie.
No, I wasn't expecting that. But it is nice that they got season 4 immediately, or
Yeah.
semi-immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we also had a few part 5s come on, Lupin and JoJo.
Yep.
The JoJo one was like the most out of left field one, because I figured, oh, they'll probably wait until Lupin ends, and no, they
Nope.
were like, okay, we're kicking
Nope.
Boruto off. Get the hell out of here, Boruto, and here's JoJo.
Silver said, yeah, Alex to say she was pretty good, but it's SAO, so it's trash.
I mean, I enjoyed
Boy.
the trash heap, so
Boy, I
I
can't wait.
myself am garbage.
We also got OVA this year.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
That's probably our second OVA, the Arrow Toonami. Was it
I
the
think so.
Hellsing OVA as well?
It's Helsing, and I think it's this one. I don't know if we got any other OVAs. Pretty nice that they got that.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else to add?
I don't.
Yeah, I think I had said everything I needed to say. So
All right. So
What's
I guess any final thoughts in 2019?
I don't care for it. It can go die. Bring on
The
2020.
The itself, yeah, this year fucking blew. But for Toonami, pretty good
What
year.
do you think the biggest announcement of 2019 was?
Oh, Uzumaki.
Yep.
Is that even a question?
We got over 500 videos on that trailer until Twitter took our Twitter away.
Before Twitter took our account away, the initial trailer got over 500,000 views.
Like everyone freaking saw it.
Everybody was like, "How the fuck did that happen?"
What surprised me the most was, unfortunately, this didn't happen on the squad Twitter. He just shared a YouTube video, but freaking Hideo Kojima shared the freaking promo. Unfortunately, not through the squad Twitter, because that would have been amazing. But no.
Yeah, Uzumaki was definitely something that had quite literally everyone talking.
Yeah.
It was a big surprise when they announced that. To believe it, that was actually
Yeah.
something I wasn't expecting, and I don't think anybody was expecting. Even when Logan and was it Logan and Trips who went to
Logan and Bill.
Crunchyroll Expo?
Logan
Or-
and Bill. Logan and Bill.
Okay, Logan and Bill. Yeah, when they went, like they were just not going to show up to Uzumaki or the Junji Ito panel because it was just like, oh, he's just going to draw a few things and do a Q&A.
Okay, who the hell? Hold on. Sam, too. Knock that off. We can't hear anybody. God damn. Go ahead, Sam Wood. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you know,
Jesus Christ.
Sam
I didn't
too?
think. I didn't
What
think.
are you doing?
I didn't think that'd be loud.
It was loud as hell. I could barely hear Sam Wood.
it's like crumpling paper. No.
So, as you were saying, Sam Wood.
No, it's fine. But yeah, us Maki telling us about or telling them about the announcement that there was going to be an announcement at that panel was a pretty big surprise for us.
Yeah. Special thanks to Maki again for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was basically Toonami's 2019.
Yep.
So yeah, since 2020's come in, that's basically the end of the decade.
10 more years. 10
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. So yeah,
What's our next topic?
the decade. So yeah, a lot's happened this decade. Of course, none bigger than Toonami, well, coming back.
Pretty big one for this decade. Also, I just think there's just been I'm not like following the anime industry closely, but it seems to be in a much better place than it was at the start of the decade.
So yeah, since end of the decade's coming up, what are some of your thoughts on this decade of Toonami from coming back to basically the state of how it is now?
I remember
Well,
seeing
before
the
it
original.
came back, it was called Adult Swim Action. It aired on
Yeah.
Saturday nights, and it basically was a rerun block of mainly Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Cowboy Bebop. Maybe they acquired a new show and put it at 3 a.m. Who knows?
I remember they had Death Note and Astro Boy.
Wasn't that like 06, 07,
Yeah.
something like that? Or was that 08? Maybe it was later than that. But with Toonami coming back, they've improved like a lot. Because obviously in the beginning they had no money, and now they basically have original productions in the works, and that they are currently working on a bunch of things behind the scenes and are continuously acquiring new shows to premiere, which is insane.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a confession of how I found out the block was back. I actually was not there for the April Fool's Day prank.
I was not either. I didn't even know what was going on until
Yeah.
the morning after it happened.
For me, it happened. I don't remember if it was still Tom 3.5 or Tom 5. but it was like I had a high school football game the morning before. I was exhausted, and I just threw on the TV, surfing channels, Adult Swim, and a show called Symbiotic Titan was on.
I miss Symbiotic Titan.
And that's basically how I found out the block was back.
The reason I found
Um,
out was I didn't know about the April Fool's thing. I just so happened I was just getting nostalgic for Toonami, so I was just looking up stuff on YouTube, and I see people talking about this April Fool's thing, and that Toonami might be coming back and all that. And that's how I pretty much found out.
um, for me, I knew it existed back then, but I rarely watched it most of the time because anime was a very taboo like situation in my household, both my parents. Um, and I think I mentioned this before. I discovered Dragon Ball through Dragon Ball Z Kai on Nicktoons. I'm not even joking there. And
Traitor.
I watched Dragon Ball Z Kai on Nicktoons, and I remember for some weird ass reason they played the episode where Cell went perfect, had a long hiatus, and during that hiatus they played some of the old Dragon Ball movies, and they just played them out of like they didn't care about like which movies they played, so they played like Broly and Fusion Reborn and all this stuff, and I'm just with the knowledge of Cell, and I was like, who's these kids? Hey, Gohan's a Super Saiyan, or you know what I mean? It was like, what the hell happened to Goku like turning Super Saiyan 3? And then they finished Kai after the Cell saga because the Buu saga didn't happen yet. And then I don't know, and I'm not even joking. Like after they played Kai, what did they put? They decided to put another Dragon Ball on the
GT.
channel. What they put GT like after the Cell saga. And then one night I was on TV and then I'm looking through my guide and I see Dragon Ball Z Kai. I was like, oh hey, it's Kai, but it wasn't on Nicktoons. It was on Adult Swim, and that was Toonami. And then I was like, oh, it's Adult Swim's Toonami. And then after that, they gave Kill a Kill. I was like, oh. And then I pretty much just was watching everything else from there, and yeah, like going from Dragon Ball to Kill a Kill. I was like, what is this show? And yeah, that's how I pretty much came onto the scene.
I was very in the early years of Toonami. I was very on and off with it. Sometimes I would check out some new shows that they would be premiering. Other times I would just not be tuning in at all. But I don't know. They've improved a lot, and they've had a lot of great pickups over the last few years. And I think they've been doing a good job upping the productions of shows that they have now from 2012 to now. So that's pretty impressive how far
Yeah.
they've come.
Yeah, basically ever since, I found out it was back, I've basically been invested every week. Like when they trimmed the block down, I basically watched every week, staying up the entire night, throwing off my sleep cycle because why not?
As I grow older, I'm just like, this having like 5 or so hours is cool and all, but can we like make it short again? Because I would much rather it be
Yeah.
shorter block than.
Like at the time, we all freaked out that, oh no, the block's shortening, but turned out to be a blessing in disguise, really.
I think, yeah, I think it is a blessing in disguise. 3.5 hours is fine. I think 4 is perfect. Just 4 hours of content, that's enough. But I get that if they have the slots and Adult Swim is asking them, hey, do you want to take over some later slots? Then they say yes. They have to fill in those slots with new shows or get old titles to rerun. So I get all that, but still, I much prefer a shorter lineup than what we currently have right now.
I'm surprised they're rerunning Promised Neverland. I thought they'd like bring back Boruto or something since Lupin's
I
done.
was fully expecting Dragon Ball reruns.
Yeah.
Actually, I was gonna say like, yeah, maybe Dragon Ball.
Well, I'm gonna
reruns if they
say
had
this right
nothing for
now.
Lupin.
I'm gonna say this right now. I still expect it because there might be a moment to where they need a slot to fill, and they might make that super.
It's just DBZ Kai again, and they run that at 3 in the morning.
Honestly, that's sort of what I was expecting.
But yeah, JME, what do you think?
I mean, I'm pretty much agree with what y'all said. To be honest, I don't really have much to add.
All right, Caboose, anything to add?
Okay. Well, I mean, what was the question? I'm sorry.
That's what
It's about the decade. Since it's returned, basically up to now.
Silver said I couldn't sleep that night, so I turned on the TV to watch Bleach, and I screamed like a little girl when Tom appeared out of nowhere, and then waking up the entire house.
Well,
And he
I
said,
mean,
"Sorry."
no, you're good. For me, it's kind of embarrassing a little bit because whenever I learned Toonami came back from like Facebook posts, like the following morning, like what do you mean? What do you mean Toonami was on last night for April Fools? What? Because I literally turned on my TV, Adult Swim. I saw a quick clip of Bleach, and then I saw, then I saw a bumper of Toonami, and it's like, all right, we're going to break and whatnot. And I'm like, okay. So I turned the TV off,
Oh wow.
and then I didn't think anything of it at all until I wake up. I'm like, wait a minute. So I was just dumbfounded.
Yeah, let it sink in, let it sink in. Oh,
Yeah.
it's back.
I was, yeah. So, and then I was dumbfounded. I was awestruck. I loaded up Toonami Digital Arsenal to see what was going on there, and sure enough, like, hey, we got the whole night right there for you. I'm like, okay, wow, fantastic. So then, and then I got myself a capture card. I was mostly just using it to, just record video games and whatnot. And then, I figured, hey, let me try doing this. And then sure enough, I figured I can do something with recording bumpers and whatnot. Because I've recorded Toonami bumpers before off of like just transferring stuff from my VHS tapes, like Night of New Year's Evil, and some other goodies.
Silver said it took a whole night's sleep to realize that Toonami came back for the night.
Oh yeah, because I didn't think anything of it. Because I was I was just a college boy. I was trying to get a graphic design degree, and I was just exhausted for that night. And I was just like, whatever. It was Bleach. I didn't care for Bleach back then. I was tired of it.
But you literally saw a Toonami bumper.
Yeah, I didn't think anything of it. I don't know why, because like it was late at night. The synapses did not connect.
I mean,
It just
I don't
didn't.
blame
I
you.
feel you, especially if you had like a rough day or something.
I mean, college life ain't easy. I don't
Yeah.
blame you. Especially dorm life, that ain't easy.
Or
But
work
then,
life.
I made something. I just started recording stuff, and then I've been doing it ever since. Like I haven't stopped.
Yeah.
And 10,000 subscribers later.
I mean, I think I'm almost at 18K, I think.
Jeez.
Around there. I don't know. But that's besides the point. But yeah, I'm just happy that the block is back. Because I specifically remember crying myself to sleep that night that it went out back in '08.
Yeah.
When was the original cancellation?
It was like sometime in September.
Yeah, September
September?
2008.
Back in
Well, no, what's funny was that like I didn't really watch a lot of Cartoon Network back then, but then
September
when I did,
20th. Oh God. Ugh. That's crazy. That's just. Ugh. All right. Yeah. How about that?
what's funny
Uh,
was
No, it's funny because like it kind of coincides with because my mother just passed away recently in September 21st. So it's
apologies about
like,
that yet again.
yeah, that's actually kind of that's that's amusing, but yeah, yeah, I'm just glad that the the block is back. I love watching it every night.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to see how how much it's grown. Not just the block itself, but the fan
Oh,
base.
for sure.
And Clay Croker had passed away on September 17th.
Man, what? That's so weird.
I didn't mean to make things awkward or anything.
No,
Fine.
That was
it's
not
all
my
right.
Yeah.
intention.
It's all right,
It's
man. It's cool.
yeah.
It's all
Yeah,
right.
but yeah, going back to another topic. It's
Yeah.
like I said, it was amazing to see not just how much the block has grown, but really the fan base has grown as well. I mean, you're seeing new people really just join in live tweeting every night. You got voice actors live tweeting with us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My
I mean, me.
favorite. Oh, sorry.
My bad. I'm sorry. You go on.
My favorite genre of live tweets are the people getting salty that like, oh, you guys are watching this now when the simulcast came out like forever ago.
Oh, those people.
Yeah, I
I have
remember
I
when
have a lot of fun with those people. Don't worry.
I
I have a
remember when
lot of fun with those
Super
people.
I remember when Super was like during the climax of the tournament arc, and
Oh
then
yeah,
like
yeah,
there
yeah,
was
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
someone freaking screaming, like,
uh,
oh, why like y'all tweeting about
Oh
this
shit,
now when
guys, we
this
have the
came out
fun
like a
police
couple
on our
months
hands.
ago?
Yeah, like one of my tweets from one of those nights ended up going crazy viral, and all the replies, "Oh, it's about time you caught up." And I'm like, and then there's me like, "Oh, wow."
it's funny.
I was like, FYI, I've seen the simulcast and I still tune in for the dub.
One of my favorite things from this decade was the April Fool's joke they did a couple of years ago when it was all
Oh
Japanese
That's
subtitles.
like
yeah,
my
that
favorite
was
thing.
cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. You wanna know what's sad though is that when they gave the Mind Game movie, I was like watching it for like the first like hour, but then like I fell asleep. But then I woke back up and it was like near the end of the movie, and I'm just like wondering what that because I was like kind of somewhat
Oh,
waking up, so it felt like a fever dream. That was like I was literally coming out of a nap,
I
and I'm
actually
seeing like some acid trip on my screen. I'm like, am I still asleep?
I actually did not watch that when it was live. I actually watched Mind Game months later, and yeah, the Fever Dream sounds about right for that movie.
And
the
then
20th anniversaries thing was definitely fun. I
Yeah.
love that they chose to bring out some old spots and just play them, just let them rip. Oh my goodness. I was not
yeah,
expecting to see some old Moltar spots on TV
Yeah.
in
That's pretty
HD.
cool.
Like, wow, that's great.
yeah, like some old Moltar, and then there was like just one Tom 2 error bump like were thrown in there.
Yeah, the game review, right?
Yeah.
I also remember like they aired like a couple spots like outside of the months as well, just for fun. It's always, it's enjoyable to see them showing off their roots and whatnot. Oh man, I'm a sucker for the nostalgia for that stuff. Special thanks for Johnny for sending me all those old spots.
I think it's really cool that the Toonami crew themselves just fully embrace all this. It's just amazing
Yeah.
how much work they put into the block and
And
how
they
much
don't.
they give back to the fans with all
Yeah.
this.
And
So
they don't. And they don't get paid a single penny for it.
yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah.
This is all just a labor of love to them, which is great.
One of the biggest things that, well, I don't want to say the biggest, but what caught me, one of the things that caught me off guard was watching Toonami, and then like Adult Swim Toonami, and they're promoting a Cartoon Network show. They were promoting the Steven Universe promo.
Oh, that was this
I was
year.
like that. Yeah, yeah, that was like that came out of nowhere, or not that. Yeah, like just watching Toonami, and all of a sudden, hey, Steven Universe, and they even said like only on Cartoon Network, and then they had the old kids love it stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure they remade that. They just, upresed it and everything.
Yeah, I guess some other major things that happened this decade was Samurai
Speaking of,
Jack season 5.
Louis Morella said, Epic, you mean I don't see any other TV networks do anything close to this. Speaking of that, it was pretty funny when Chiller tried to do their own anime block and it epically failed.
Yeah.
Well, because they're doing it because they see, Adult Swim is getting popular with their one with
Yes,
their blog. What about us?
and then they don't advertise anything from any of their shows.
Yeah, no promotion or nothing.
But yeah, for shows, for Toonami, like
Yeah, like
the revival of Samurai Jack was a big one.
yeah, I mean that's really when Samurai Jack season 5 for me was personally when I really started getting involved with the Toonami community.
Shh, don't say Samurai Jack 5. That guy might pop up.
Oh, you're right.
Hey guys, let's change the ending to a Disney ending.
So
Oh no,
God, that guy does not stop.
yo, I see that in the comments section very frequently.
oh, you're aware of it too?
Ugh.
Oh, for sure. Oh, absolutely. Sign this petition.
Like 2 weeks ago, he made a new account and
That's
blew up my notifications with like 20 freaking tweets about it.
Oh,
That's
every single
unfortunate.
time he makes a new account, I block it immediately.
It's like 3 years. It's been 3 years. Like,
They
get
just doing
over it.
same thing for Street Fighter and something else. I forgot what it
I
used to be.
forgot about Street Fighter. He does
Yeah,
that
like
too.
yeah, like all these companies are still looking at a freaking movie from the '90s, like a freaking cheap budget video game anime tie-in.
So yeah. Anyway, Samurai Jack have a special place in my heart. Like I said, that's when I really started getting involved with the Toonami community way more than I used to. Another big thing that happened this year, of course. I mean, well, not this year. This decade was, of course, Furikuri coming back.
Yeah, yeah.
The 2 new seasons.
Alternative was better.
I agree.
I still need to watch all of Alternative, but I know I didn't really care for Progressive all that much.
Um, I don't know. Well, I guess the fact that they brought back ties, like when Intruder 2 came out,
Yeah.
and then
And
3
Sonny
and so
Strait
on.
coming back and reprising his role as Tom 1, kind of, and
Oh yeah,
Tom,
during
Tom
Intruder
Turner.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Intruder 2 was so good.
Yeah. Like, as soon as he spoke, I knew it was Sonny Strait.
It was pretty cool. Pretty cool
Yeah.
reveal.
Well, it was Sonny Strait mixed with Steve Malone, but I can still hear Sonny Strait.
We do have a comment saying there's IGPX, the new season of Furikuri, Samurai Jack. Do you guys think Toonami should start getting into their own original programming?
Well, they kind of are.
Wow.
Yeah, they sort of are right now.
Like making original shows, like they are.
Yeah, we got Uzumaki and Blade Runner coming.
Fully Cooley is theirs. Adult Swim funded Samurai Jack season 5. So those are originals.
Yeah. Silver said best Toonami shows of the decade were Tension Muyo GXP, Dimension W, and Akame got killed. I think
Like-
he's trolling. I
A
think.
man,
Akame
a
got
man of
killed.
culture, I see.
I could. I like the comic got killed.
Yeah, I was gonna
It
say
was alright,
like
yeah.
Akame got
Dimension
killed
W
first
had
half.
some pacing issues, but GXP, that's definitely a
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
troll. That's
Like-
a bait. That's cute.
Like Akame got killed was actually good until a certain point where it just completely dropped off. It just got really quiet.
Yeah.
Well,
It's late.
I was about to say something and then like Bernie Exeter said got it, but I was thinking something with the label a Toonami original series. If anything, it would probably be Adult Swim original series.
Might just have the William Street logo, and that's it.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if they'll ever bring back the what they used on IGPX. I
Right.
don't know about that.
Yeah.
oh boy.
So yeah, I think we've gotten pretty much everything we wanted to say about the decade. Any final thoughts?
This
I
decade
think
was
that's it.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, another thing I would say is, I mean, this isn't really Toonami, but just Adult Swim or Primal. Primal was pretty good,
I think.
but that's not.
Oh,
Toonami.
don't mention Primal or Paul will get mad because Gendy thinks
Oh wow.
because Paul thinks Gendy hates Toonami for some reason.
I guess because obviously the creator has power over where a show airs. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, it's been an amazing decade. Boss, as you know, I'm in a New York Red Bull supporters section. You'd think we talk about sports when in there? No, everyone's hitting me up for anime suggestions because they see what I do for this.
Nice.
I'm not joking about this.
Oh yeah, another thing about this decade, we were supposed to get the Toonami and I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I might pronounce it wrong. Toonami Empada. How you say it?
Oh, the Toonami Empanada?
Yes, that.
Yeah,
Oh, that.
I don't know if that's going to happen. I hope. I keep pushing for it to happen. If it ever does, I'll let you guys know.
Send me one through the mail.
It might not
So, yeah.
be good by the time it gets there.
Let me explain to Caboose because he knows
Uber
nothing
Eats.
about this.
Oh yeah.
So I'm friends with an empanada company called Brisas. They're official empanada provider at the New York Red Bulls. Every now and then they do like a specialty empanada. And on National Empanada Day, I made like a little joke like, there should be a Toonami empanada. And they replied saying exactly what it would be, and they are low-key serious about making one.
Except that we have to change the color now.
I
That's
don't.
true.
I was just say, do you make an empanada with Tom's face just like engraved on it? Look at that! Look at that! He died again because you ate him and you ate him.
Burning Exter said, I'll disagree on that part. I do love Primal still. I was thinking maybe they could do an American-made sequel series to Attack on Titan, something like that. Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
And he also says,
Not
Toonami
happening.
Quesadilla, make it happen.
I didn't see that.
Toonami
Blue cheese?
taco
Oh, there it is.
with Toonami horchata. Just Toonami everything.
Speaking of Toonami merch, have any of you guys gotten your daylight curfew merch?
Mine came in today.
He posted it
bro.
on the
I
squad account.
literally posted it on the squad account today.
Okay, well, you know what? I was busy the entire day.
Okay, Mr. Snappy.
Wow.
I don't know. I haven't
So-
gotten any notifications from mine.
All right. I think it's safe. We can move on to the next topic.
Which is
Before we get into the 2020, something major happened with Adult Swim
during this decade.
recently.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The one thing that we completely forgot to talk about on the Faithful podcast.
I
Let's
just
talk about it
remembered.
now.
Hooray.
Yeah. Jason finally saw Star Wars. Yeah, that's the big news, everyone.
Eh,
I was trying to make a joke of like something else, but I couldn't really think of anything, else.
So yeah, boss, want to introduce this topic?
I just did. Current topic is Mike Lazo's retirement. And everybody was
F.
quiet.
Yeah. There's not really much to say. I mean, if you've been online for the past few days, you've probably seen everything that people have
Yeah.
said. I don't know. It'll be a different era without him around, running Adult Swim. He's been with Cartoon Network and really Turner for a long time. He's probably been with them since the beginning of Cartoon Network entirely. So he's pretty much a big reason of why Toonami's around, why all your favorite shows got greenlit. He's just a big part of probably my childhood and probably for everyone else who were growing up around that time. So I thank him a lot for helping making those shows a reality.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, boss?
Not really. I mean, I agree with Sam. I don't really have nothing else to add. I was going to mention if anybody didn't see it, and I was filming a tribute vote, which we have up on our social medias and YouTube.
But so, does anyone know who's replacing Mike Lazo now?
it's Keith Crawford.
Hmm.
It's I mean, he's been there alongside Mike Lazo from the beginning as well. So I mean, we're in good hands. I mean, he knows what's up. So I'm sure we'll be fine.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't
no
know.
no need to worry. I remember. I guess I remember when Jason and Gil were doing their trips to Japan. I think Keith Crawford was alongside them whenever they were working on, I guess, Fully Cooley and whatnot, and maybe he was a Maki. I don't know, but he was, he knows what's up. So
Yeah.
Not really a
Anybody
whole
else?
lot to add to this topic, I
yeah.
guess. He's retired now, and I hope he enjoys
Maybe
retirement.
maybe we'll finally get that, conclusion of Metalocalypse. No.
Yeah, but on a serious note, Mike Lazo, thank you for everything you've done for the thank you for everything you've done for Adult Swim. We're gonna miss you. Enjoy retirement.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I wish I got a pick with him, but oh well.
All right.
with
So
the
I guess
topic,
we can move on to our last topic, which is predictions for 2020. The crowd goes wild.
I predict that I watch Toonami again. I don't know. I was trying to think of a funny joke, and then I just like lost.
That's pretty safe.
Yeah, I
predict.
think the inevitable that's probably going to happen is Sword Art Online coming back.
Oh, that's
Oh boy, I
inevitable.
can't wait for Twitter to get angry.
Please, guys,
Hooray.
remember if and when Sword Art Online comes back. Remember, we are only a fan site. We do not control what goes on the block
Right.
We're still
And
gonna
don't-
hate
because the
don't
person
let
you're
them-
out because the person you are yelling at is me.
Yes.
I was gonna
Or me.
say
And
something, but
please don't blow up our emails cursing us out. You have
Oh,
a
that's
lot of
happened.
yeah, it happens a lot. We get a lot of emails.
hey, Toonami, can y'all make a sequel to Big O?
Yeah, we got 3 emails from the same person about that just yesterday.
It was like literally spitting his ideas and everything. It was like, buddy, I got a website for you, fanfiction.net.
Um, I predict that people are gonna complain and say that Toonami's doomed.
Oh, that's daily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which means I'm right. So there, my prediction came true. I don't know, like 2020. I mean, for shows, I mean, we already know Uzumaki's coming. I'm guessing that's either summer or fall
Yeah.
for that.
Not
Fall
sure.
would be amazing.
Not
It'd be
sure
great
when
to see
Blade.
it as an
Like,
October special
yes,
event.
yes. I was just about to say that. I would love to see it in October.
Does October the 31st fall on a Saturday?
Pretty sure it
Back-
does.
I don't know. Let me check.
And then they just give like the fourth, because it's like 4 episodes. It's
It
like,
does. October 31st does fall on a Saturday in 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
so
It's
then
all-
they need to give Uzumaki like 4 weeks prior to Halloween.
They would have to start at the beginning of the month.
It's perfect. Spooky
Yeah.
season.
It's honestly perfect. I would love to see Uzumaki during October.
How many episodes supposed to be? 4.
4
4.
episodes.
So, depending on when it starts, maybe they could have it like a marathon on October 31st.
Maybe.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
But other than like sequels to already existing shows, I'm not sure what else is to come.
Yeah,
Sure.
I still
Now,
need to really look at what's to come in 2020. Like, I knew what shows were coming in 2019.
Yeah.
Now
I don't-
Sword Art Online.
I don't think we're gonna get Blade Runner in 2020.
No,
No.
I think
No,
that's
no, 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 no.
2021. That is definitely a later show. It's not 2020.
Yeah.
Say
I don't really
2021.
pay attention to anime, so I couldn't really tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
I still gotta
would
do my
think.
research.
At this point, I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, if whatever comes to the block is new, that's great. That's fine. I pay no attention.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are there any shows you guys hope come to Toonami in 2020?
Mob Psycho 100 Season 2, please.
That's
I
been
feel
out
like
for a
that
while,
would've been a
hasn't
lot
it?
better
I
if it
know,
came
it's
last
been out for a
year.
while, but since Season 1 actually, has aired,
Yeah.
I would love to see Season 2. Season 2 was honestly my favorite show to come out this year.
Yeah, I
it's
really
I'm
liked.
like-
I actually sat down and watched all of Mob Psycho, and I liked it, but
Like-
I don't know, man. Like I feel like they could have gotten it a few months ago, but I don't know. Maybe
Like-
there's something holding that deal up. But
Somebody.
I was surprised that they announced One Punch Man season 2 before Mob, because like Mob came out like before, and I'm thinking, I was like, because they also said One Punch Man had that Hulu deal.
well, I
Or,
mean,
like,
that
the
was just
season-
for the simulcast. I think Viz ultimately just signed a simulcast deal with Hulu in the States.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
hated watching One Punch Man on Hulu because like A, the freaking ads, and B, the quote unquote subtitles felt more like they were captions, and it was like freaking hard to like read
Yeah.
read those
Hulu's
kinds of-
player is definitely not the best.
It is
I don't know
not.
if you guys remember, but somebody on the official Mob Psycho Crunchyroll account had announced that Toonami was supposed to get the Mob Psycho.
I forgot
OVA.
about that.
they
Which
were
turned
supposed
out
to
to
get
be
the
not true.
OVA.
Yeah, that was
I don't
false.
know.
I feel
I
like
don't know who
that's.
told that guy.
I feel like that was supposed to come at some point, but I guess deals fell through. I don't know what happens behind the scenes, so who knows?
Somebody in the
I don't know. They had the
comments,
Lupin OVA.
somebody said in the comments said, "Killing Bite slash Kijo Toonami 2020 Food Wars kicked the Ichi door open."
So are they gonna give all of Food Wars like season 2 and 3 and all and on?
I would assume that they have season 2 and 3,
Yeah, season 4 is airing right now.
and the
Well,
second
we just complaining
course.
about the complainers. Laugh out loud.
Second core of season 4 is supposed to air in spring, I think.
Guys, Silver has an amazing suggestion.
Let's put
Power
Power
Rangers on
Toonami.
Toonami.
Kamen Rider first.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Logan would enjoy that. He's a big Kamen Rider fan.
Just rerun Kikaider. Get that from like Sony's graveyard of shows that they have.
I don't know if it's on my end or, but I can barely hear you, someone.
Oh, might be my mic.
Wait, that's a little better. Turn my volume up. Silver said it's Japanese. It counts. I don't know. I can never see Toonami airing anything that's live action. It just wouldn't feel right.
Yeah.
Thunderbolt Fantasy for Toonami. Just let it happen.
All right.
I'll be honest. I have no idea what that was.
Yeah, I got no predictions.
I know it's a little hard to think of predictions.
Right
Silver
now,
said-
Especially since I haven't really done a lot of research on
Yeah.
what's coming in 2020. Like last year, I was like, "Oh, I am set." I definitely think like Doctor Stone's coming or something like that. This year, I haven't really done much research.
Yeah, like-
right now, Toonami feels like a grab bag. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, what's new? What's something that we can air?
Usually whenever a new anime just comes out, you can kind of make the assumption. Like I had
It
the
has to be,
assumption
like,
Doctor Stone would
really
come.
popular though.
Yeah, it's like when Demon Slayer. Like I didn't
Oh, I
really have
already-
a feeling that Demon Slayer was coming until
Yeah.
like you know exactly what episode I'm talking about happened.
Yeah.
Like when that episode aired, I'm like, oh, it's probably coming to Toonami.
Yeah.
It just got a crazy amount of hype. It's absolutely coming, and it did.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember was that Demon Slayer was trending, and I see one of the Sprouse twins tweeting about Demon Slayer. I was like, Zach watches Demon Slayer?
Like, yeah, everyone was talking about it.
Silver said all the CGI explosions are animated. It counts. And Louis Murillo said Jutsu Tyson people. I have no idea what that is.
Uh,
Just to go back to an earlier topic, because I wanted to bring this up, but I forgot. This year, 2019, we had a lot of announcements. I'm not sure we had this many announcements in one year before.
I feel
I mean,
like
seems like they were-
2017 had a lot as well.
Like they were back to back. They were, and then the whole thing with Lupin 4 that got that messed up. They had to announce Port 5 earlier than what they wanted to.
Thanks, Richard.
And then there was Lupin, Gundam, and like what was it, Demon Slayer.
Food Wars, Promise Neverland.
Like there was like a lot of announcements that just kind of came like in a string in like a short amount of time. Like Lupin, Gundam, Genlock, Demon Slayer. Like I
Oh, yeah,
remember
that was like
It was
almost. There was like
Genlock-
1 week where I missed like every announcement because I was in like I had like school.
Yeah.
they announced like Genlock, Demon Slayer, and like Food Wars in like 1 week.
Yeah, because shows were ending and they needed to announce what was replacing it.
Yeah,
Those-
the Demon Slayer announcement is like so far away.
Yeah, it was very early. I would have assumed that would have been Sword Art Online's replacement, but no. That was Fire Force.
I like Fire Force.
Hill said I would fully support Judy
It's
Thompson. on
hit or
pretty much
miss
all-
for me.
All the good stuff from Anime Strike. And Silver said, "They're all superheroes. Superheroes are in it. It's perfect. Just put the Super Sentai intro instead of the American one. It's perfect."
As I mentioned before, when they did the schedule, I mean the schedule for the next year, as I mentioned, was like I was surprised to see that they're rerunning Promised Neverland, and I was like, why don't they just put Boruto back? That would have made perfect sense. Like Lupin ended, and that's like right after Naruto. Like you could have had JoJo and then Boruto and then Naruto. Because being
Well,
honest, I'm more into Boruto than I am Naruto. And there are some scenes and scenarios that in Naruto that I am interested in, but I know for a fact we're like,
We have a question.
yeah, I was
Is
about to get to
season
that.
3 Food Wars coming to Toonami? I know its sub's going to be on High Dive. I wish we knew the answer to that.
Are we
We
still
don't
in season
know.
one or are we season two?
Right
We're
now, it's
at
still
the
season
end of
1.
Oh, all right.
season one. Season two should begin sometime in January. I would make the assumption that Toonami has
Yeah.
season three as well as season two,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
doubt that they would pay money to Sentai to just say, "Hey, we're in the first season." No, I feel like if there's new episodes ready and they're dubbed, they're gonna air all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of Food Wars, believe it or not, season 5 just got announced.
No, that term is being correct. It was actually part two of season four because
Yeah,
season four is two cohorts.
yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, no, like, I'm saying, like, Food Wars is getting a season 5, like, in April.
Has
Which
this
is
been a?
season four, part two.
Yes, thank you.
Ooh.
Whatever.
Because me and Logan talked about the squad name and it turned out not to be inaccurate, and it was actually
Yeah,
season
uh,
four, part two.
probably a mistranslation on someone's part, but
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, because everyone's saying season 5, season 5. Oh, well.
there
Well,
probably
we
will
never
be a season
reported.
five. But for right now, it's just the second half of season four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to our current topic, what do you guys think might replace One Punch Man when it ends? Because it has two episodes left.
Good question.
How
I
about
do
just
not
Mob?
know.
Just go
Yes,
from one
please
property to
bring Mob.
another.
That makes sense.
Give us our boy Mob, please.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Honestly, just going from the mid-tier animation of One Punch Man season two to
Like God tier.
just be like, oh hey, okay, One Punch Man season two. That was a little eh. So I don't know about this Mob Psycho season
Yeah.
two. Oh my god.
Well, speaking of One Punch Man, they're doing a One Punch Man marathon tomorrow, or I guess you could say tonight or today. But is that going to be the whole box? Just going to be One Punch Man
No,
marathon?
Attack
No,
on Titan.
Titan's coming.
Okay, I was curious.
yeah, they have Titan on both One Punch Man and Doctor Stone.
I
Yeah, they
got it
had
At
for
this,
One Punch Man because they only have 10 episodes to air.
Yeah.
So they're
but they
pretty
got
much.
Doctors. They got like more than plenty Doctor Stone episodes to fill the night.
Yeah.
They've been doing that for every marathon so far they had this year.
Yeah, at
I don't know.
least like whatever ends the block, like Attack on Titan, or for the most recent one, they had a few premieres happen before.
Yeah.
My Hero and One Punch Man, then it
And then
moved
you
to
had
Food
like a
Wars
brand new
Marathon.
episode of Dragon Ball before they went into a Dragon Ball Super Marathon.
That was
Lew-
interesting.
yeah. Lewis said everything is set for Black Clover and Shippuden will be ended in 2020, seasonally at least.
I guess that makes
I'm
sense.
curious to see where Black Clover is going, because like being like, I know everyone was giving it
It,
crap. I
Yeah,
was
What
I
arc
was
are
into it in the
they
it's
on
beginning,
like
but
right
now
now?
Black Clover's a show. Well, I just enjoy it for what it is.
I feel like it's gotten much better.
Oh, absolutely. I
It's
mean,
I love it right now.
yeah, it had a rough start, but now it's pretty good.
my only fear is, and I'm pretty sure that this will comment will get outdated or by manga readers or simulcast watchers or all that because I'm just watching this off Toonami. But like the way things are going now with like everyone being possessed and stuff, I'm just thinking, oh god, is this gonna be a 200 episode arc to where like they have to fight every single possessed person to bring them back or something? Because like I've seen
I
stuff like that
am not
before.
saying anything because I watched the simulcast, so I am not saying anything.
I mean, I highly doubt it, just because the pacing with Black Clover definitely feels decent.
Hill
Like
said,
things
Yeah.
aren't like, dragged on that much, but I don't know. I couldn't say because that's exactly how I'm watching Black Clover is just through Toonami's airing.
Hill
I've
said
been
it,
I'm enjoying it.
Hill said in the comments, "Will be interesting how Toonami addresses these shorter seasons at the top of the block instead of long runners."
They adapt. Simple.
I mean, I prefer them to air short runners than a whole bunch of long runners.
Yeah, it freshens up the block a lot.
Yeah, having a whole bunch of long runner shows, the block will start to get stagnant after a while.
Yeah, the only thing is that they're gonna need something big to replace My Hero Academia, but either that or they just rerun My Hero again until another season comes out.
Or
So
just bring
long
back
as they
Super.
don't, so long as they don't rerun it in the beginning of the block.
Can I
Or
just say
or they
I-
just bring back
like,
Kai.
I don't care
Please,
for reruns in the beginning of the block.
Me either.
Yeah, I don't care for them either.
That's
But they've done it like a lot.
they've done it a lot, and then they've realized, oh yeah, this ain't really working. Hold up.
yeah, anyone remember 9 p.m. and Dragon Ball Z Kai starting off? It was like
On.
we're really gonna go back to the Saiyan saga, and then just
Going back
what?
to
And then
Kai,
come
why not? Whatever. Let's go.
Lewis said, "Good thing that Toonami's partnered with Crunchyroll to avoid running out of shows."
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, Warner Brothers basically owns all of them now, so it's like, okay.
Yeah. Warner Brothers,
Yeah,
give us some
H-
goddamn
HBO
DC
Max,
shows already.
I was like, that's the only time he actually got decently like volume. Um, HBO Max, anyone? I don't know. I mean, I might pick that up. It's pulling me in more than Disney Plus is, and I'm just using my brother's account for that. I was like, I'll buy an HBO Max subscription because the stuff that they have on there is enticing me more than whatever Disney Plus is offering.
I had an idea for an article that had something to do with HBO Max. Might toss that around again at some point. But anyway, do we have anything else to say?
I personally don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's getting
So,
late.
any final thoughts on 2020 predictions?
Oh god, I hope this next decade is better.
Silver said, "Black Clover is mad." Also, Sam too. Not every long runner is Shippuden in One Piece.
One
That's
Piece
like,
can actually have some okay pacing. Shippuden,
Yeah.
Speaking of Shippuden,
filler
made it-
arc, anyone?
have we made it out of the 1 year filler hell yet, or is that still a
No.
thing we're waiting on?
no.
God damn it!
No, they did. I'm pretty sure the episode that just played last week was like the last canon episode.
There was
and
no
then-
I don't know.
episode last
We
week.
survived the boat arc this year. Or was that this year? I don't remember anymore.
No, I think it was this year.
I don't remember, but we survived the boat arc.
Yeah.
There are
said-
moments. There are moments in Shippuden that I'm looking forward to seeing on Toonami. Just the problem is that I know that they're so far away because there's like freaking 200 episodes and probably like half of them are like some filler.
Hill said, "One Piece, okay, pace." Laughing my ass off. I guess in
Oh, hey
response to-
guys, the One Piece dub is making a comeback.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Lewis said,
Anyway,
Shippuden's been in canon for months now. I really haven't been paying attention to it, so I would have no idea.
Well, it's about to get into filler again, so
yeah. go in and out of canon and filler a
Yeah.
lot towards the end.
Yes,
Like
another goddamn flashback
Shippuden has
filler.
the worst filler, I would say.
I, I don't care for all these flashbacks.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, it's like it
it
gets to the point where you start losing interest. I'm not
Like,
gonna lie.
okay, we get it. Naruto's on a swing. Come on. How many times are you gonna show that shot?
Yeah,
All day, every episode.
one thing I think of with Shippuden is like, okay, everyone knows that meme. What, like, it was like Shrek 2, and it was like, can you stop for 5 minutes? Like, that one scene from Shrek
Yeah,
2. And I think about Shippuden, and I think, can you not go into filler for 5 minutes? Or you know what I mean? Like, for two
sure.
episodes.
Then, I like to think, what's Mr. T up to?
He's running Toonami.
All right.
Okay.
So, no, anyone final thoughts? That's it.
That's all
I
I
can't
got.
believe I can't believe they put Tom in a peach.
what the hell are you talking about?
I was trying to make a joke, but then I realized probably not. Like, after I said it, probably not everyone's gonna get it. But
Were you trying
and
to
I'm
make
not gonna.
were you trying to make an impeachment joke?
Yes. I was like, but I probably shouldn't get into that because then that'll probably, like, not gonna.
All
Okay,
right.
yeah, no.
Oh, boy.
Anyway,
I make
on
the worst
that
jokes.
note, on that note,
all right,
that
Tom.
concludes another episode of the podcast. All right, boss, you want to plug all the stuff?
Hold on. Silver said, no, we're not in the season where there's only 4 canon episodes. So yeah, let me check something. Alright, so I honestly forgot how we did the outro. It's been so long since we did this shit. Do we basically like reintroduce ourselves again, or
You plug all the stuff.
this is awkward? Alright,
This is
so yeah,
just-
be sure to follow us on Twitter at Toonami Squad underscore at Toonami Squad Pod for our podcast. At Toonami Squad Gaming Zone, at TS Gaming Zone for our gaming related stuff, by the way. Our new gaming website, gamingzone.toonamisquad.com, is up now. We've posted a couple of news articles and stuff on there you can go check out. And I know Phantom's been doing gameplays and stuff. You can check all that out. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, TuneIn, Stitcher, Player FM. What was the other one? There was another one. Oh, Spotify. Also, be sure to check out our Discord, which we really haven't been active on in a while. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/ToonamiSquadOfficial. We still post stuff on our Tumblr, ToonamiSquad.tumblr.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at Instagram.com/ToonamiSquad, and I think that's everything.
We have a merch line.
Oh, yeah.
Also, just want to thank the sponsors for today's podcast, Raid Shadow Legends. Now, just so you know, Raid Shadow Legends is a mobile MMO, or I don't know what the mobile RP. I don't know. Fuck, I
We're
messed
not
it
really
up.
sponsored.
You do realize by saying that shit, I might have to mark it because YouTube might flag us for that shit.
Yeah.
If you do a sponsor, you literally have to mark it in the settings. That
It's a
sponsor.
joke. It's a joke.
Eric, edit that out.
Eric's dead.
Oh,
All that editing killed him.
be sure to follow us. Check out our merchandise at redbubble.com/9squad. We have shirts and stuff on there. Be seen. I'm pretty sure Steven posted a picture of his shirt on Twitter.
Yeah, wore it to Anime NYC. Um, yeah.
Is there?
So
Is there
Silver, shut up. You could have went in here this whole time, but after Phantom left, did you see what Silver said in the
I
chat?
saw.
Sam 2 sucks. Bring back Silver. We gave you an option to come back, Silver. That's on you.
It was like after Phantom left, the door was open, but it's too late now.
All right. That's all the stuff?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So before we get into anything else, I want to give a big thank you to Caboose for joining us for this episode.
And
Oh yeah, no problem. It's
Thank you.
fun being here.
yeah, we apologize for all the delays and technical difficulties. Can
So,
guys
yeah.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So yeah, be on the lookout in our podcast. I did a little things during Anime NYC, so make sure you keep an eye out for those.
You want to give me the teasers?
Maybe. Well, they already know.
True.
Did something with Robbie Damon. So keep an eye out for that. And with Ray Chase. So once again, keep an eye out for that.
So do we say what we like our Twitters and stuff though?
Sure, boss. Want to go first?
Sure. You can follow me on Twitter at JMB_70056.
All right. You can follow me on Twitter at Estorso5. Or if Twitter, for some odd reason, decides to suspend me, my name is Steven_.
You can find me on Twitter at SZUniverse.
You can find me on Twitter at Samster299, and that's it.
Sam won. Oh wait, did Sam go already?
Yes.
I'm alright.
Both Sams went.
All right. So
Caboose, where can they find you?
Okay.
They can find me at Caboose Jr. on Twitter and YouTube.
Yeah. Be
That's
sure to check out
that's
all
that.
the Caboose stuff.
Oh, one other thing I should mention, and I said this earlier, but I'll say it again. There is a rebrand of the Twitter coming in the future, but as I mentioned before, things have been really busy for me, but it will happen. I just need to find the time. And that's unfortunately what I don't have right now, but it is coming.
And that is,
So, yeah.
a special thanks to Caboose again for giving us 2 episodes of The Forge. One time it was because of technical difficulties. I wasn't able to record anything. The other time I didn't get home till late. So thank you again for that, Caboose, for that and the promos.
problem.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're kind of quiet for me. It's still
I have my microphone volume all the way up to the max, so I'm not sure what.
sound fine right now, but I don't know. Like sometimes it's a little bit difficult to hear you.
That's normal.
Are you able to understand me though? I guess is the important question.
Sometimes, 90% of the time, but I just go with it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That's it.
I guess that's it. Thank you, everyone, for coming out to episode 35 of
Yes.
Toonami Squad Podcast Sessions. And with that, see you guys later. Stay gold.
Later.
Boo. And
Wait.